they're in the zone. They're having a good time. They're enjoying themselves. That was really, really cool, man. Good jam. They're all on point, all of them. And of course, I was really paying attention to the bass after that shot by Rolling Stone. You guys don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't know how you exist, man. I just don't. Anyway, let us do a little background on Tattooed Lady. Excellent song. And yeah, again, it's doesn't have specific song detail, just album information. Tattooed Lady. Tattooed Lady appears on the album Tattoo. Tattoo is the fifth album released by Rory Gallagher. It demonstrated Gallagher's eclectic range of musical influences, starting with the blues and adding elements from jazz, folk, and country. Background. Tattoo showcased the skill of Gallagher and his band across a number of genres, from Delta and Chicago blues, the jazz influence They Don't Make Them Like You Anymore, and blues rocks tracks such as Tattooed Lady. According to his brother, Gallagher was in a prolific and confident mood when he recorded it. The album showcased Gallagher's writing ability, resulting in several songs that would go on to become staples of his live act. Tattooed Lady reflects Gallagher's love for the fairground life and its similarities to life on the road. Cradle Rock was inspired by the happy coincidence that Gallagher rocked literally all his life. Having been born at the Rock Hospital in Ballyshannon, Ireland, Cradle Rock was also covered by Joe Bonamassa as the first track on his debut album, A New Day Yesterday. Tattoo illustrates Gallagher's proficiency with all manner of guitar playing, from acoustic to electric, various types of slide guitar, and mandolin. Excellent. That's one of the reasons I really like Jimmy Page so much. He's really versatile across the whole board, just like Rory Gallagher. Did they ever collaborate? Did they ever meet? What is there a relationship between those two guitarists? Because I see some great similarities, complementary similarities. Have they ever met? Have they ever rubbed shoulders, collaborated, spoken of each other? If there ever was a crossing over and amalgamating between Rory and Jimmy Page, let me know. That'd be really, really cool. On the song, They Don't Make Them Like You Anymore, Rory used the bouzouki of Greek virtuoso Manolis Chiotis. Rory was a big fan of the Greek virtuoso, and as a tribute played Parasmenses Mus Agapes as an intro to the above-mentioned song. Okay, and that is all the information I've got on the album Tattoo. Hey man, this guy definitely was not just very, very skilled, but I give him props and credit for being true to the music, true to himself. He knew where his niche was. He wanted to stay within the lines of what he knew and what he loved, and he didn't fall prey to the lure of commercialism. Fantastic. And he stayed true to himself. Somebody like that knows themselves, stays true to their form. They must have suffered a little bit of ridicule from the likes of the mainstream press, like the Rolling Stones, because I remember Led Zeppelin really being taken through it. So did Rory have his bout with bad publicity, bad reviews, let's say from the likes of Rolling Stones and critics and people of that sort? Did he have his bouts? Did he have his battles with people like that? Let me know. I don't know anything about that, and his bio doesn't say anything in that regard. I guess I would have to read every single album to kind of get an idea about it. But yeah, let me know if you know your Rory history. That'd be quite interesting. Usually somebody like him that walks their own path, makes their own trail, you will get some sort of public hating, public shaming, pestering, things of that sort. I'm sure that he had his share, but he looks like he's got a very, very strong will. He knows himself. He's got a very strong mind, just by how he talks about the love of the music, and just by how you look at the music and the way he covers, for example, those excellent blues covers. It's a tribute to the way the formatting of the original was, but also accentuated with his flair and his talent and his skill. So yeah, I'm quite sure that he's had his bouts with bad press. Well, I'm not going to end it on that note, but I will say that this is the end of my quad. This was an excellent quad. Alan, thank you very much for this, man. I definitely have to look at doing more Rory down the road. This has only been, yes, a year and a half of this channel. I've only covered 2 Rory Gallagher reactions. I know, shameful, sacrilege, but I will definitely do a little bit more down the road. Absolutely, man. So an artist like this that does so well with rock, blues, folk, country, and all of these different types of genres, that they've got all kinds of really great cuts out there, bootlegs out there, all kinds of really, really good live stuff. If he's toured the States that much, he's probably got a whole bunch of stuff floating around out there on the net, man. So if you've got some really good Rory Gallagher feeds, let me know about it. I'll check it out. What I'm doing right now with the Led Zeppelins, for example, is I thought I was done, with the studio portion. I am pretty much finished Coda, but I started getting these messages from some subscribers saying, "Oh, hold on, brother, you're not actually done." There's a bunch of, lost tracks, unfinished tracks. They're not very polished studio-like, but they still have the signature sound. They still got the Led Zeppelin thunder. They still got the charm and all of this sort of thing. It's just stuff that they were fooling around with that they never completed, but definitely worth checking out and getting a listen. And so I did a reaction to Lala, and then found out that there's a lot of folks, "Oh man, this was really cool. I never heard this before, and I've been a Led Zeppelin fan forever," and this sort of thing. So yeah, you should definitely do a lot of these lost tracks before you move on to their live stuff. So I think what I'll do is I'll do a lot of the lost tracks, instrumentals for Led Zeppelin before I move on to the studio things. And I think that I bet you that there's a lot of Rory Gallagher, maybe not lost, but a lot of live stuff that is floating around out there. And I believe that this is an artist that you definitely want to check out a lot of his live stuff. I mean, just those unplugged acoustics was just fantastic, and I bet you that there's a lot more out there. Anyway, that's my reaction to this great quad. Alan, thank you again, man. Appreciate it very much, and definitely will do more Rory down the road. I'm just scrolling down. Yeah, I don't have any notes, man. Not really. Just off the top of my head, I know I got a quad for Akachita coming up. I know I got a quad for Antoine and Charles, Jupiter, Joseph, rhymes with teeth. Well, I've always got quads, just off the top of my head. Anyways, man, you guys have yourselves a good one, and I hope to do a little bit more Rory down the road. So if you got some Rory information, pass it my way, because he's just one of those artists that, even though I've been aware of over the last year and a half, haven't really had a chance to do much with. So I would like the opportunity to do that. So send me some quads of Rory if you've got it. Anyways, take care. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll catch you soon. Peace.